Well, now that we've given some upside of the Trump administration, level with us. I think it's fair to say if you're for or against some of Trump's policies, leaders in the past with his temperament and management style have often found themselves in tight spots legally. Mm-hmm. If you become senator, there's a chance you might be voting on an impeachment of Donald Trump on a trial. Talk to us about what you're thinking around those things as far as the Mueller investigation and some different things.
Certainly. Let's just remove the name of any name, just the person in a position that is questioned. I always look at letting due process take place and evidentiary, the process of collecting enough evidence to prove guilt. Now, if it was an act that was committed during his presidency or her presidency, that's the one that questioned. If it was perjury during a hearing, that's another thing. So we have to compartmentalize where the incidents or the suspicion or the acts that they're trying to impeach on, where did it stem from? Was it pre-presidency or was it post? If it was post, if there's enough evidence proving guilt, then we have to go down that path. But right now, I haven't seen anything to that effect. No guilt. And everything that's been presented thus far, it's always been his presidency characters, his character. Better way to describe it is like the bedside manner of any particular person. We can agree to disagree. We can agree, respect them, but not like them. And I've kind of taken the course that, being from the East Coast originally, I'm used to that kind of personality type. So it doesn't bother me. I'm pretty thick-skinned. So I always look for facts, look for evidence. If he's off, hold him to account. We're going to hold him accountable, like we are any politician, anyone that's serving the interest of the United States and the citizenry. So I'm a firm believer about following due process and making certain there's enough evidence to go further.
Well, a couple things with regard to that. I mean, one thing I think that many people across the political spectrum, in this case pretty rarely, could agree upon with regard to James Comey is that I think Comey's right. I think that Trump's misdeeds, if they are established, should be cured at the ballot box. I think that Comey was right to say that. I think that I don't believe that Trump will be impeached personally. I think impeachment is a political act way more than it is a legal act. And if I understand the law properly, you need a majority in the House and then 2/3 of the Senate. So you would need 67 senators to agree to impeach and remove Donald Trump. That's never going to happen. That's never going to happen unless unless he literally, as he said, shot somebody on Madison Avenue and was proven to have done it. I mean, I just don't see it ever happening. But now, if Mueller's investigation does uncover some clear evidence of misdeeds, I think you're going to see Trump have some real issues with that at the ballot box in 2020.
Well, I don't agree with James Comey. I agree with James Bradley that we need to let the investigation play out and have due process.
That too. Yep. So James,
that's all we can do.
Yeah. But I mean, I think that there's a lot of Democrats. I don't think so much in the Democrat lawmakers, people that are sitting in Congress and the Senate. But I think certainly the grassroots, I think a lot of grassroots Democrats are angry and they want to see an impeachment go through. And again, impeachment's not a legal proceeding, really. It's really a political proceeding.
We have to think, we have to go with facts always. The feelings will come and go and it'll dissipate over time. But as in my role, I have to deal with the facts only. Yeah, there's certain aspects that you have to balance facts and feelings and emotions, clearly. And that's dealing with humanistic aspects, hurricane relief, absolutely, without hesitation. And that's where I was really proud, I can say that about Dianne Feinstein, that she didn't hesitate, during the hurricane relief. She voted yes. So it's that balance that has to take place. But when it comes to hard law and the rule of law, our Constitution, applying the Constitution, that has to be very clear that if you're going to bring anyone to trial, especially for impeachment, and you're right, it will probably never happen. It probably will be at the ballot box. But I think there's like another 2 years to play there. He was never admitted to be a politician. In some ways, I'm glad he isn't, because I'd rather him speak the truth and be himself, regardless if he's heavy-handed or vulgar or tweets too much. I'd rather see that level of directness. And you can question honesty, but I love directness because that's where I'm from, and I could deal with people being honest and direct.